This is the first official doctor rap song that I'm going to do. It's called What's Up, Doc? What's up, Doc? Am I on the clock? Can you play me a tune? I heard you can rock. What's up, Doc? You've been too quiet. Is your CD out yet? I heard it's a riot. Medicine's lost its heart and its art. The patients become a disease in a chart. Diagnosis is just a computerized code. Wiser physicians are hitting the road. I was living in the land of opportunity, doing great as a doc, proud to be free. When I woke up one day with new rules over me, tyranny disguised scientifically. Overdrugged America is selling its soul, while docs are immersed in red tape in the hole. Hassled and audited like criminal spies. Docs are red flagged and forced to live lies. Don't expect from an enslaved physician anything but Big Brother's position. Medical opinions are bought and sold. While docs remain silent, the profession grows cold.
I'm Dr. Albert Robbins. I have a practice, an allergy practice, in Deerfield Beach, Florida. I'm a board-certified environmental occupational physician. I'm originally from Rochester, New York, so I came from Western New York. And as a young boy, when I was 9 years old, I had an interesting experience with a physician, my physician, that actually made me desire to become a physician.
Once when I was just a child, a long, long time ago, I went to see my doctor, and he was the wisest man I'd known.
And I actually became an osteopathic physician. I became board certified in this field, occupational and environmental medicine. I'm also board certified in preventive medicine, and that's the type of practice I have. When I was a senior in medical school, I picked up a guitar, and I really had this passion for it. I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. Bob Dylan was my role model in music. That was during the 60s, the late 1960s. And I picked up the guitar, I took a few lessons, and before you know it, I was playing some rock and roll music, some folk music, and folk songs were always what I enjoyed. Some of the messages of the 60s. And when I was an intern, working in emergency room at night during my internship, that was 1969 and 1970, I would work nights at the emergency room and practice my guitar and play songs for the nurses and some of the patients. And then I went into private practice. I moved to Rhode Island actually and worked in emergency room for about 3 years, Cranston General Hospital in Cranston, Rhode Island. And then I moved to Florida around 1974, and I had a family. I had 2 young children, and I sort of put my guitar down for years. A number of years passed, and I found a musician friend, Josh Noland, who had a studio, and I took music lessons from him. I read a book in the early 1980s. It was written by Julia Camera. The name of the book is The Right to Write. I had never been a writer before. I had never written any songs. Maybe I'd written some articles in medical school, and I'd given some lectures, obviously, from a medical standpoint. But I had never written anything very personal. After reading that book, The Right to Write, I began writing songs, and I haven't stopped since then.
So this was one of the first songs I wrote. It's about really how I regained my personal self at the edges of my life. And at the borders of my life, in the corners of my days, in the darkness of my nights, I have found a secret place, the edges of my life. When the years start flying by, when the days start flying fast, when time's not on my side, I've got a song to make it last at the edges of my life.
And over the years, beginning in the early 1980s until the present time, I wrote about 25 songs that I have recorded on my double CD, What's Up Doc. Some of the songs are about my personal life, some of the songs are about my medical practice, and some of my songs are actually medical protest songs, and some of the songs are the messages I've wanted to get out to my patients and friends about my environmental approach to health and illness. And so you might call this double CD my musical autobiography. You might also call it my message, my philosophical message as to what I've learned and what I'd like to pass on to others about medicine and about the importance of music actually in healing. I think that writing my songs was a healing experience for me because it helped me to find out what I know, what I felt, what my position was on certain subjects and important points that are controversial in medicine, and I'm proud of what I've written. Well, I had a lot of disillusionment in medicine for a number of reasons. The way medicine has changed, and over the last 30 years that I've been in practice, and how the rights of physicians, of individual practicing physicians practicing in a free country, have lost the power to practice medicine as they see fit to practice, and so that they can actually help people in more ways than traditional medicine now seems to want physicians to practice. There's more of there are more rules. There's more red tape in medicine. They've made the physician's earning power less. There are various insurance and government infringements on medicine and on the private practice of medicine for physicians. I've seen obviously changes in the way doctors are forced to practice medicine, and I'm basically using a Band-Aid approach with a healthcare system that appears to be financially failing, and I've tried to practice medicine as humanistically possible as I could and maintain that type of integrity. But I see that the medical community has become much more, I would call it, brainwashed into just utilizing drugs and medications to try to fix illnesses or patch up symptoms without looking at environmental causes or approaches to illness. I've always been in private practice, and this was one of my dreams as part of the American dream, to be my own boss. It allowed me to think freely and to practice medicine truthfully without interference from government or insurance companies. I had seen quite a number of patients over the years with sexually transmitted diseases, women with vaginal infections, yeast infections, genital herpes, chlamydia infections, men and women who had been diagnosed with the HIV or AIDS virus, both men and women who had serious cases of gonorrhea. And it struck me that perhaps I should write a song about sexually transmitted diseases.
It's called No Safe Sex Anymore. Don't breathe the air or dye your hair. Don't wear polyester underwear. Better not even try to score, 'cause there's no safe sex anymore. 'Cause there's no safe sex anymore. Now here comes all the venereal diseases. Now genital herpes causes pain, and syphilis can destroy your brain. Trichomonas can make you itch. Candida can turn you into a witch. Venereal warts are ugly as hell, and chlamydia infections really smell. Gonorrhea can make you drip, but AIDS can be a nightmare trip. So file this message in your .com head. It's better to be safe than sorry or dead, 'cause mono is a curable kissing disease, but AIDS is in another league. So don't breathe the air or dye your hair. Don't wear polyester underwear. You better not even try to score, 'cause there's no safe sex anymore. 'Cause there's no safe sex anymore.
And so I think it's very important that we as a free country enact universal health care for all of our people. So many Americans are left out of having good or excellent health care.
This is the song that I'll give to the next president of the United States. It's called We the Doctors. Excuse me, may I have a word? Hey, we the doctors will be heard. We the doctors have a voice, and we the doctors have a choice. And we the people have the power. This is the time to speak. This is the hour. Healthcare was not made for just, it's not made just for some. The time for docs to speak up has come. We'll join the people hand in hand. The time has come for docs to take a stand. This battle is for rights and dignity, and for health care equality. Now we the doctors file these claims. We don't like insurance games. We the doctors are prepared to lead the battle for universal healthcare. No, you cannot silence us, not in this land. Hey, the time has come for docs to take a stand. While the government backs wars and billionaires at the expense of the people and healthcare. So we, the doctors, file these claims. We don't like insurance games. The doctors are prepared to lead the battle for universal healthcare. Yeah, we the doctors are prepared to lead the battle for universal healthcare.
As a thesis for my master's degree in public health, which I got from the University of Miami, my thesis was on chemically induced illnesses and formaldehyde as a prototype chemical. Formaldehyde was found in mobile homes and caused a syndrome called mobile home syndrome as a result of the release of formaldehyde gases from particle board subflooring in mobile homes in the 1980s, and caused hundreds of thousands of people to become quite ill, many of them permanently for life. So over the years, I've taken care of thousands of chemically injured victims in the chemical industry and those who've become injured from chemicalized products.
It's called American Chemical Dream. And it has all the different controversies and sides to the story of our chemicalized world and its effect on our health. So, so it's sort of a lecture and a message and a song in one. As a blind epidemic spreads through our land, this is my song. This is my stand. We're faced with an illness that's masked and disguised. It's hidden, unknown, and goes unrecognized. We're exposed to new allergens, toxins, and pills that create new diseases and strange mental ills. Many believe it's not happening here, but as a physician, please lend me your ear. We've become the Prozac nation, seeking chemical gratification. We've got scented indoor air, fast foods with no time to spare, and everything is squeaky clean, sprayed with phenols and chlorines and paradichlorobenzenes. We've chemicalized the American dream, claiming no risk to dyes, perfumes, or plastics, except cancer and asthma and anaphylaxis. Enter reincarnate Paul Revere. No, the redcoats aren't coming, but the chemicals are here. And the industry's silent, but mighty big trouble. So I think I better warn you double. Stumbling on the truth, I came to realize you're never the same once you've been sensitized. And we were fed peer-reviewed position paper lies, using scientific double-blind alibis. Now the doctors don't know that they don't know, and the victims aren't aware they have a chemical foe. Formaldehyde gases, plugins at home, air pollution, Ritalin, spermicidal foam, sick buildings with molds, mycotoxins, and parrots, pesticides in schools and in our carrots, fabric softeners, acrylic nails, pyrethroids, and perfume male. We've chemicalized foods, waters, and air. There's toxins in our homes, clothing, and hair. Here's my opinion, if you're asking me. We're immersed in organic chemistry. We've been sprayed, dipped, dyed, and dry cleaned. We're the industry's American chemical dream. We've become the Prozac nation, seeking chemical gratification. We've got scented indoor air, fast foods with no time to spare, and everything is squeaky clean, sprayed with phenols and chlorines and paradichlorobenzenes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've chemicalized the American dream. You can be tested, inspected, x-rayed and scanned, never finding the illness, cause it's been banned. But once you're chemically sensitized, it's up to you to remove the disguise and unmask the illness to set yourself free. It's an environmental epiphany. My prescription is environmental. It's transcendental and existential. The answer exists biochemically. Each cell responds accordingly. What you eat, breathe, touch, think, and do eventually ends up inside you. And the truth is incontrovertible. It's attacked by the inscrutable. They'll deride the truth, maybe cover it with lies, with their scientific double-blind alibis, playing deaf to all the sad and desperate cries. But they'll never fool, no! They'll never fool the sensitized. Drug-addicted youth and perfume queens, over-medicated kids and teens. Ladies and gentlemen, our epiphany. We've traded our health. Yeah, we've traded our health for chemistry. We've become the Prozac nation, seeking chemical gratification. We've got scented indoor air, fast foods with no time to spare, and everything is squeaky clean, sprayed with phenols and chlorines and paradichlorobenzenes. We've chemicalized. Ladies and gentlemen, we have chemicalized the American dream. Hey, thank you very much, and thank you all.
And when you find out what your thoughts are, and you put them down on paper, and you put it into a poem or a song or even a book, you learn so much about yourself. And so I felt that it had somehow healed me in some ways, because I wrote about my problems, I wrote about some of the controversies in medicine in my songs, and I wrote about my life, some of the things that personally I cared about, and some of the messages I wanted to get across to my patients and friends and family. And I feel that music and song are important aspects of healing, non-drug aspects of healing, because when you can change some of your belief systems, when you change the way you think, you leave behind the problems associated with the errors in thinking. And I've shared that with my patients. Sometimes when I find a patient has a difficult problem that they find insolvable, I'll sing them my song, Unlimited Powers of Mind. And in that song I say,
rely on yourself. Use what you've got. The secret is free and it's fun. Find out who you are, not what you're not. Take yourself as you are, then square the sun. Drop all limitations, unbearable grief. Use effort and will to become. Use God-given powers. All you have learned, start now and begin the long run. Look inside yourself for peace, love, and pride. The forces that guide you are kind. The fight's not with people, the world, or outside. The battle's inside your own mind. Move away from your past. It cannot help you. Do what you must do and be kind. Be thankful, of course, to use what you've got. Your unlimited powers of mind. So unload all your circuits. Flip your own switch. Turn off the noise in your head. Dump the rude, the vulgar, the angry, the fetch. Use the sweet child inside you once knew instead. Everybody, move away from your past. It cannot help you. Do what you must do and be kind. Be thankful, of course, to use what you've got. Your unlimited powers of mind. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here.